Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening. Tonight, I will give a short speech about the short life of Hazrat Abbas. It was the 4th of Shaban in the year 26 AH, in the holy city of Medina. A man came running to the Prophet's mosque. He stood for a moment at the door looking among the worshippers for some particular reason. He was excited, and when he spotted the Prophet's cousin and son-in-law, Imam Ali alayhi salam, he rushed towards him breathlessly, shouting, "I have good news for you." He wiped the sweat off his forehead and said, "My master, I am coming from your house now God Almighty has blessed with another son. I have come to give you this good news and ask what he should be named." Happiness could be seen in the Imam's eyes. He smiled and said, "This child has a high status before God. I will come home now. I will name him the son Abbas, like my uncle." That day was the 4th of Shaban. Many experts in psychology believe inheritance, education, and surrounding environment play important roles in forming human beings' personality. In this regard, Hazrat Abbas grew under very special conditions. He grew up in a house where worldly ornaments were not important, but which was filled with the light of God and the love for humanity. He grew up among brothers as noble as the Prophet's two grandsons, Imam Hussein and Imam Hassan alayhi salam. He grew up in a household on whom the Prophet has asked God to bestow his blessings. This house was a place of hope and refuge for the world. Hazrat Abbas's life was filled with knowledge and love. He was wise and knowledgeable as well as tall and brave. Soon his knowledge and wisdom reached a level in which the scholars of his era became humble before him. Hazrat Abbas, since his youth, showed signs of bravery and courage alongside his father, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. During the Siffin War against the rebel governor of Syria, Muawiyah, when the enemies blocked water to the camps of Muslims, Hazrat Abbas, who was in his early teens, entered the battlefield with a veil on his face to hide his true identity. Abu Shahsa sent his youngest son to confront him, but his son was soon defeated and killed. Abu Shahsa then sent his older son, but to his surprise, he was killed as well. Then Abu Shahsa, fuming with rage, he personally went to the battlefield and he got killed. No one knew who this character was. Imam Ali called the youth and took the mask off his face. Then everyone saw the brave youth was no one but Hazrat Abbas. Despite his courage, Hazrat Abbas always followed the Imam and was patient. He retired with the Prophet's household to Medina from Kufa in Iraq when the rebel Muawiyah deceived the Iraqi people and forced Imam Hassan to sign a peace treaty relinquishing the caliphate. 10 years later, when the Imam Hassan was martyred, the divine right of the Imamate came to rest on the shoulders of the Prophet's younger grandson, Imam Hussein. Hazrat Abbas proved loyal and true to the Imam as always. He was a faithful and trustworthy advisor. So devoted was Abbas that he never left the side of his beloved brother, Imam Hussein. The height of his greatness of the personality of Hazrat Abbas reached its peak in Karbala at the young age of 33 and the heroic martyrdom. Guarding the Imam, protecting the tents of the women of the Prophet's household, caring for the children, and making a sacrifice to bring water to the thirsty camp of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. In Karbala, Yazid's troops cut the water supply to the Imam's camp. The young children could no longer tolerate the thirst. Hazrat Abbas volunteered to bring them water, but this was impossible. With his courage, he drove away hordes of enemies and reached the banks of the Euphrates River. Although he was thirsty himself, he never drank one drop of water. After filling the goatskin water carrier while he was making his way towards the Imam's camp, the cowardly enemy attacked him from all sides. One of his hands was severed, and he was struck from behind. He fought single-handedly with his left arm, which is also severed. Nevertheless, he spurred his horse towards Imam's camp, hoping to take the water to the thirsty children. Alas, he was not destined to do so. The enemies burst upon him like a pack of jackals. It shot arrows in its eyes and its chest, piercing the goatskin water carrier and making the water flow on the ground. This memory of this great sacrifice will remain eternal in history. Sadaqallahu alayhi wa sallam.